Mindy Morris here, and I want to give you some tools for success because I believe in you. This segment will focus on the 4 styles of communication. Like any good senior NCO in the military, we like a good quad chart, and that has continued to my civilian life. So in this one, you have a low consideration of others on this side, a high consideration of others on this side, a high openness to communication, and a low openness of communication. There is an aggressive style of communication, and this usually means that I win, you lose. There's a power play involved. There's no consideration for the other person in the communication loop. It's just my way has to be the way that it happens. This one is inappropriately honest. It's direct. It's expressive, emotionally charged, usually reactive. It has a controlling, attacking, blaming, bullying, and it is very self-concerned, very selfish at the expense of the other person involved. Then there's passive aggressive. This one is I lose and you lose. These are the pressure cooker people that don't really have a lot of assertiveness. They don't really stick up for themselves. They might mutter under their breath. They feel like a victim sometimes. There is an emotional dishonesty. They don't stick up for themselves when a boundary was crossed or when they were frustrated or didn't like something. There's an indirect style of communication. It's self-denying at first, and then it's self-enhancing at the expense of others. So they get to a point where they blow up and they've had enough, and it's usually disproportionate to the situation involved because they've had so much time to be passive aggressive and have things kind of build up inside of them. A lot of times they have verbal support for something, but sometimes miss deadlines, don't set up the other person for success, don't give the information needed in a timely manner. They may forget a suspense, that kind of thing. Then you have passive. Passive is kind of that wishy-washy style. It's I lose, you win. You're always people-pleasing at the expense of yourself. It's emotionally dishonest. You're still not sticking up for what you want, what you believe, what you're motivated by, and what your boundaries are. It's indirect, it's inhibited, self-denying, very apologetic. And then you have what I hope most people do, the assertive style of communication. This takes a lot of self-awareness. What are your boundaries? What are your needs? What are your wants? What would you prefer? You have to know all of this to be able to communicate it. But it's I win, you win, because you're expressing what you need, what you would prefer, trying to get to that while taking into consideration the other person's point of view. It's appropriately honest. It's direct without being aggressive. It's expressive appropriately. You're confident and you're empathetic to all involved. So I hope that this has helped you understand the 4 types of communication styles that are most used in relationships. And I hope you know yourself enough to express yourself appropriately and be assertive because you own the space that you're in. You deserve to be in the space that you're in. And people know you authentically when you show who you are and what you want. And that helps everybody. So enjoy the day.